Hi, Eric. Sorry about the wait there. I have to log in and log back out to a different profile, and so sometimes that gets stuck on me. So my apologies for being a little late. Hi, James. Awesome. I'm gonna let people in. Again, my apologies for that lag time there for coming into the room. I know we'll probably have a good crew today. I'm excited to talk to you all about stories and Instagram. All right, remove. All right, and it could be a small crowd today based on the holiday coming up. Everybody tends to tap out early. I know how that goes. All right. So let me grab all the things and we will begin. I have lots and lots of good stuff for you guys today. I'm excited to share it with you. Shoot. Where'd that go? Okay. Darn. All right, that's okay. Just one of those days where technology put me behind a little bit, but we're going to catch up as soon as possible and begin here soon. And then the more videos on, the better, because I know it's not just James and I here, right, James? There's Kate, there's Eric, there's Kim. It's nice when I see people's faces. And then drop in the chat what market center you're from. Hi, Kate. Thanks for putting your video on. It's nice to meet you. Go ahead and place your videos on, place in the chat which market center you're from. And then we're going to talk about stories, Park Meadows. Thank you, James. Stories, Instagram, how to be as consistent and purposeful as possible. And then we're going to talk, and then we're going to do. So hopefully this turns into some doing for you after today's class. And then we're going to dive right in. Oh, Los Angeles, Kate, you're from LA? I love that. How did you hear about this class? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, on Eventbrite.
I love that. What market center are you with out there?
I'm just kind of checking it out right now. I'm not associated with one yet.
You're not associated. What brokerage are you with?
I'm not with a brokerage.
Oh, amazing.
I'm just learning kind of, just kind of getting to know some things and see which way I want to head.
Oh my gosh. Well, I would love to get to know you offline. If you want to reach out to me at lesliejackson@kw.com.
Thank you, Leslie.
Happy to support your journey. I'm also a coach as well, business coach. All right. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. You guys, we live in a digital world. And so today we're going to discuss really how to be purposeful online. And today's class is called Social Stories That Sell. All right. And depending on what you're trying to sell, remember the brand is you. You are the brand. And today we're going to discuss like how to really get into action with Instagram and stay top of mind with your stories. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, know what stories are. I'm going to give you a couple of, let's say, real stories. No, so not the digital stories, but real stories of how people are capturing leads and also getting some engagement. So we're going to talk about that. And then before we do, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Instagram. And it's not that I don't think you know what Instagram is about, but we're actually going to discuss like what Instagram can be used for. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and present a couple of slides and just talk about content strategy for Instagram. So the biggest thing is optimizing your Instagram profile to ensure your username is recognizable and it's search friendly. We're going to go back to the basics because the biggest thing is digital presence. When you don't have your name, your business, who you are, what you do, all the things that people need to know about you on your Instagram profile, if you don't have that right now and you need to clean it up, it's time to clean it up because people are searching online every single day and they're wanting to know what's available to them, right? Or they're following people because their content is interesting. So make sure that you're super recognizable and searchable. You're going to also craft a compelling bio that highlights your unique value proposition. So what does that mean? Like in Instagram, really, it could be short and sweet. I'm a real estate agent. I live in Colorado. I live in LA. And then you're going to point them to some sort of landing page, whether that be your website. I'm going to talk a little bit about Linktree today, just because Linktree is a really nice digital format for online users to just click and get what they need to get done. So we're going to discuss about that today. And this is all going to be living in your stories. And we're going to be leading people from your stories to your Instagram page. All right, the other thing that I want to discuss is use stories for time-sensitive updates, polls, and direct interaction to your audience. You're going to provide engaging content that can reach beyond your current followers and highlight property features and share quick tips. So you all are in the real estate industry, and maybe there's some people on here that aren't, but it depends on just what industry you're in. That's the kind of content that you're going to be providing, right? So for real estate agents, it's highlighting property features. Maybe there's quick tips, like 5 things you need to know about a first-time home for buying your home. First, what I'm trying to say, let's rewind. 5 things you need to know as a first-time home buyer. Okay, you like how I did that? Real-time rewind. All right. 5 tips you need to know about selling your home. 5 things you shouldn't do when you're selling your home, right? So our content is short and sweet in our stories, and we could also use polls to create that engagement. Regularly engage with your followers by responding to your comments, likes, posts, and on other profiles. The biggest thing is like when people are sending you likes, loves, it all shows up from your stories to your messages in Instagram. You can instantly message them back. And are you paying attention to that? Hey, thanks for liking my story. How are you? It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh my gosh, don't you agree that this is crazy? Or, oh my gosh, don't you agree? What do you love about what I just shared, right? And you can get that kind of engagement back in your messages in IG. So use a mix of broad and niche hashtags as well to increase your visibility and your posts. So include location-based hashtags so that you're attracting local audiences. So I'm going to pause here. We're all in different areas of the world, nation, even here in Colorado, different cities, locations. So where do you do business? How do you set yourself apart from your local area? And how do people know that you are a part of the local area? That's the biggest thing. Oh, you're from Colorado? Where in Colorado? You want to be that person that stands out and really matches who you are as your brand, as you as a real estate agent. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to just point out here is staying at the forefront. So you all are here learning from me today. Don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop being curious. follow industry experts and influencers. That's the biggest thing too, is like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's so many people out there that are in their stories or posting on social media. This full month with me has been about social media and just how to be more present with your brand. Be consistent. And then join online forums or groups, attend industry conferences. As you know, we have a mega agent camp coming up. If you're not with Keller Williams, it's a really big conference that provides education, inspiration. We have keynote speakers, we have breakouts to hear about other agents and how they win in their business. That we have, you know, specific playbooks that these agents will share. And then stay updated on trends. Like if you're not staying up in tune with AI, right? Like AI is such a big thing right now. And if you're not using it, you're gonna be left behind, no matter in what industry you're in. So here we are, right? We're even meeting digitally, which I love. But man, times have changed. So let's dive into today's class. As I had shared any of that content around Instagram with you, who here has any questions or comments about it? Good stuff, right? And pretty simple, but it's just a great reminder. Like, I know you all are scrolling every day in your own personal. Yes, Kim.
Should I open a new Instagram or use one that I've already got?
Oh, that's a really great question. I always say use the ones that have the most followers.
Okay.
Use your profile that has the most followers. So if you have one, do you have a personal or business account?
I have a personal account, but I could just open up a business account. I've got personal and business accounts on Facebook,
Okay.
and I missed your class on the Facebook one.
Okay. How many people do you have on Facebook that follow you?
About 700.
Okay, so you're gonna use that one for your Instagram account.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my Facebook account.
Yep, but you're gonna use a personal Instagram account
Right.
that's a link to that Facebook
Link to that. Okay.
personal account. Yep.
Okay.
So I always say like use your accounts that have the most followers and friends, and at the same time you're still going to have a business account for both. And the reason why I say that is because Facebook releases their industry insights every year around like how many followers and how many users there are with both Meta and Instagram. And there's like 2.93 billion people that have a profile, whether that's with Instagram or Facebook. Okay. And in some of their stats and their reports, and you can go look their industry information up online. They share their business report with everyone online. That 1 in 5 people will go and look for a local business every week. 1 out of 5 people. And that's through either Facebook or Instagram. So it's still really imperative to have a business account to support your personal accounts, so that when they go to your personal account, they go look at your business account and vice versa.
So my personal account is Facebook. That's it's about 700 following, but about 3,200 friends. I don't know how to approach those people, but because mostly for music and such, because we own a recording studio in the Seattle area, but I'm working in Denver now. I don't know anybody here. So I kind of started having to start all over again. So, and I have an Instagram account, which is a personal account. So keep them both as a personal account, or open up a commercial Instagram account and link it to my personal Facebook
Yeah.
account?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can even chat offline too, just based on time.
Okay.
Because every business is unique. Adam, do you have a question or a comment?
I was gonna say, Kim, you're not starting over. You have a huge referral network with that many people up in that area. So don't work that side of the business too.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you.
And then, oh, sorry, one other thing, Leslie. I don't
Yeah,
mean to interrupt, but I did see when I was scrolling the other day, I saw a post and it said, "Forget going viral. If your local market doesn't know you, it won't matter."
that's
And
right.
that hit home because we often focus our reach too far, and
Mhm.
I like to narrow it into even specific neighborhoods, and then grow from there.
Yep, 100%. So, and that's a really big, example that I think is going to really propel us in today's teaching. So I appreciate you bringing that up, Adam. All right, you guys. So I'm here. I'm going to show, just because I am a coach, I have several people that I coach that have really great examples of stories, following, and success stuff that's occurring. So I'm going to show you Audrey Rosier. She's one of my clients, and she has about 10.6 thousand people that follow her. And the biggest thing that I want to teach you today is really the brand is you. And although we are going to be focusing on stories, I also want to give you kind of like a high level of what a really nice professional Instagram page looks like. And I believe that Audrey has a really great example, and I'm going to give you a few other examples as well. But as you can see up here, you'll see that this is her profile information. Okay. So her profile information is stacked like bullet points as well with emojis. Now you're going to find that there is a lot of people that have a great amount of followers that will do exactly what Audrey is doing. Okay. So emojis, emojis, emojis. And then you have, she has exactly what she's about. So she actually has another business called Brown Girl RE Collective. She has a Facebook group that's attached to that. She lives in Maryland and Virginia. She does business in both. And then she has another Facebook group that's Life in Maryland. Her phone number and her email address, and this is the link that she's pointing people to. Now, what I love about this is that when I click on this link, it's actually going to show links within the link. Okay, so I can go to her website, I can go to Life in Maryland, and then I can go to the Brown Girl Real Estate Collective. The other thing that I love about this too is that it's very clean, and it provides me with a way to land on her link tree. So this is a great example of what a link tree is. And Linktree is free. You could sign up today and create one yourself. She has all of the things that she does. She has buyers, sellers, her active listings, and then download free guides. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to set all this up today, because I think it's really important when you're using Instagram, like how to set up a link tree, what it looks like, the use case of it. And when you put it in the profile of your Instagram profile, as you create your stories, people will go visit your profile and then click on your link tree. It's a lead funnel. So this is another form of funneling leads right back to you, and then ensuring they know exactly what you do and what industry you're in. Okay. And as I click on buyers, there's even more that collapse. Start your home search, start for new construction. Sellers, get your free home value estimate. My active listings. So she has all of her active listings, and then her download guides if I need to go and learn more about being a buyer or being a seller, and then the list goes on. So this is a great example of what an Instagram page could look like, and the brand is you. So again, not everybody's trying to be Audrey here. What I'm trying to do here is give you an example of what can be encompassed in your Instagram page, and then your stories as well. Okay. Down below, you're also gonna see these topics, new homes, and this is a location, Baltimore, another location, another location, another location, and perhaps something personal here, right? You can create these by creating highlights on your page. And every time you create a story, you add that story to this highlighted area. So let's see if it gets, so here's her story. That's a video and a highlight. She's doing a walkthrough. So now every story could be saved as a highlight. So not every story has disappeared, because as you know, when you create a story, it disappears after 24 hours. But with highlights, these highlights can then be placed in categories on your Instagram page. As you can see, she's doing the walkthrough. Now, video stories get 1,000 more % of engagement, views, click-throughs, and lots of great stuff to keep you top of mind. Okay? Any questions there? All right. The other great example that I believe, who's also a client of mine, her name is Rachel. She lives in Elk Grove, California. She has about 18.7 thousand followers. Very similar look. Do you guys see that? And by look, I mean there are her highlighted things. She also has her profile stacked with emojis, right? So, honest realtor helping you sell and find your home in Sacramento, California. Sacramento top 250 realtors. Mom Life Humor Real Estate. There's her MLS ID, and then there's her link tree. Do you guys see similarities here? So here, setting up your profiles, as we discussed, like setting up your profile information, I highly suggest to do exactly what they have done in these examples. Set yourself apart with those bulleted points with emojis, and then use Linktree. So get my free Sacramento guide about me, work with us, sign up for my newsletter. These are all going to be what she is doing for her brand. She even has testimonials, which I love, and favorite Amazon finds. Okay. Now, when we get into stories, again, we can create and save them as highlights. So for Rachel, she's a mom of 2. She really tries to put up her personal life as well as her family life as a real estate agent, because people want to learn and know more about you. This also provides more trust. And then we look at some of her professional stuff, right? She has professional videos. She talks about the #1 mistake home sellers make. These are short, they're to the point, but they're saved in her highlights, because anytime if I were to go and look at her profile, I can go back and listen to it again. And these are really pro tips to do. Create a story, make them short, use video, use text overlay, and be really purposeful on your who, your farming area, your industry area, and what sets you apart. Provide value. What's the #1 thing that people make as a mistake? Stop picking the wrong realtor. I have a lot of clients who come to me and who have previous experiences that were terrible with realtors. And I like to remind them, here's what's really important. Stop picking a realtor and start, as you can see, right? So you guys get the idea. Now, when you walk away from today's class, the biggest thing is stories that are saved in your highlights. Okay, stories that are saved as highlights. I'm a really big Facebook user. I just started Instagram really like this year. From my personal perspective, my personal side, I don't use it for business. Another person here is Nikki. She's also she's also a client of mine. She has her client and her following is increasing, but again, there is her profile information and there is a link. There's her highlighted information, and she also uses somebody to leverage her marketing for her Instagram page, so does it a little bit differently. Okay. All right, so let's go talk and pivot about Linktree. Anybody here use Linktree right now?
Yes, I do. And I was looking at the ones that you were showing me going, mine looks really dull and boring after seeing those.
Yeah, it's time to freshen it up, right? And this is all about branding. I'm gonna log in. Let me see if I give me 1 second. I think I might have had this connected to my account. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's super easy to create. Let it load here. So as you can see, this is my Linktree. Again, you could sign up for free, and then you can sign up for a pro account. I'm not sure how much it is. I'm sure it's very, very inexpensive. But the biggest thing is something that is clickable and that matches who you are. For those that know me, I'm also a MAPS coach. I'm a regional tech trainer for KW Colorado, and I have 2 boys, right? So that just kind of sets, it kind of provides like a quick description about me. And then I also have links into all the things that I do, right? Like if anybody wanted to learn about more about coaching and training with me, they could click there. So for you as a real estate agent, you're going to be doing the same thing. There's a really cool way to set up a design, and they provide like free templates. So free themes. So if I wanted to do any of these, it will even show like what comes with the pro account and what comes up with the free account. Okay, so I'm sorry, the Zoom is running a little bit slow with the internet right now. But you can click and pick which background you'd like. So as you can see, it changes in the background. And then let me close this out. I can even add my links. I'll save changes. So I can add my links here. I can move these around, right? Which is going to move these 3 things or 4 or 5 things around. I can add my Facebook link here. I can toggle this on and toggle it off. So for you as a real estate agent, let's pretend I want to go and add my website. So we'll go to lesliejackson.kw.com. I would grab my URL and then add another link. So let's say, sorry, I gotta move some videos around here. We'll say add at the top. So now it's going to provide me with an option with what URL. I'll say add. And then from here, I can give it a title. Oh, let's try that again. I'm going to say, start your home search here. Okay. Now the pro version is going to give you more. It's going to give you options to add images. It's going to make it to where you can add more links below it. All right, so look into it, see which kind of level of Linktree you want, but it's super awesome because then When you're done with it, you'll click share, and then you could say add to Instagram bio. Share my link tree to Facebook. I could even say copy my link tree as a URL. And then I could place that in my Instagram bio. All right. I could also add it to my email signature. There's so many things you could do with it. You could add it to your Facebook About Me page. So when we think about the digital presence, we want to be all encompassing of when people go look at our profile, because I know you do it every day. You're going to go look and see, oh, what are they about? Where do they, what industry are they in? Where do they work, right? People are doing the same thing with you all the time behind your backs. You just don't know about it. So it's really important to, when you create your stories, you're going to create a story that has a call to action. And then your links are going to be living here with all the things that people need to know about you. Now, let's talk about stories in Canva. And I bring Canva up because we're going to have a partnership with them here soon. I'm going to go back to my home screen and we'll go into home. See how are we doing on time? Okay, great, not too bad. We're going to wrap it up here soon. But inside Canva, you could type in stories for IG. The beautiful thing about stories for IG, you guys, is that it's going to give you plenty of templates. Plenty. Okay. You can use any of these for personal. You could use these for real estate related. I'm going to go and type in real estate stories for IG. Now look at how beautiful these are. So with this seller tip, look at that one. It's modern. It pops out. You could do this from your phone, you guys, which is amazing. So anybody here have Canva Pro or Canva just for the free version? Make sure you have Canva app on your phone, because when you create a Canva story, you can literally create a story just like how I searched. You can click on it from your phone. You could say customize this template. I can easily select it and edit it. Let's actually undo that. I can prompt it. What will happen when you use Canva from your phone, you save a story, it will save to your photos. Then you're going to head to Instagram, create a story, and add this as your photo, send it off with some music, and then you could add links to this actual image from Instagram so that they can click on that link to learn more. You can even add your link tree from it. So remember that link tree link, copy it. And it's a little bit different, right? Because we're on a desktop. But you can save that link. We'll go to my page. Can I create a story from my view? No, but you could create a story and then it will allow you to add a link from the stickers portion. So just write that note down. When I create a story, add a sticker and there will be a link inside there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop my share. Does anybody have any questions? Has this been helpful? Are you guys learning all the things?
Yeah, it's been super helpful. I just did an edit for one of my agent previews and it creates it as a reel. It adds it to my story as well. Would you say I should do that as a highlight?
100%. So if you create a reel, send it to your story and then highlight it.
Highlight it. Cool.
The more that you share it, it will optimize it through Facebook and Instagram. and it will help your views, right? It will help people see you more.
Okay. All right. Awesome. No, all this was great. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Hi, Kim. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when when you do it into you said because I'm not familiar with Instagram at all, but a story and a highlight. One is you said is only up for 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to do something or it
Yep.
just does that automatically.
Yep. So stories are up for 24 hours. So anytime you share it here, which I can't show you right now because I'm on
Okay.
the computer page, but highlights will be there forever. So like you'll see that I have highlights. This was a story.
But did you highlight it or did it just turn into a highlight?
I highlighted it and it'll give you a there's all my kids. There's my
And
boys.
how did you highlight your story?
Yep. Maybe I just hold on real quick. I'm gonna grab my phone and we're gonna share my phone and I'll show you from my
Thank you.
phone. Just give me 1 second. I just have to grab my AirPlay from my iPhone. And then I will show you.
Thank you.
Zoom. Hey, you guys get to go onto my personal phone. How exciting is this? 1 second. Okay, there's my boy. All right, so we're gonna go into Instagram. And by the way, Kristen sells Orlando. Go follow her. She's amazing. She's actually from the Ken Posett group. They do a lot of great videos. So when I click, so see see me at the very, very top of the left-hand corner of the screen. That's my profile, right? I'm gonna click on that button and it's gonna allow me to create a story. So I'm gonna, actually, this is perfect. I haven't shared this yet. I'm gonna create a story about my boys. Oh wait, I did that already. That's okay. We're just gonna say, I won't actually post it. I'll say, well, I could do that. Flashback with this crew. So I typed in my title. Okay. At the top of the screen, you'll see music. So I can go and select.
Could you
music.
back that up just a little bit? I didn't even see how you did that with the wording. I mean, you just started typing in something and it just comes up, or
So at the top of the screen, you'll see the X
right?
person,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
A.
okay.
A is text. And you could just type whatever you want. Okay.
And then you can size it.
Yeah, and then down below you'll see post bubble, deck, squeeze, typewriter, and then AA, and then the color wheel. All those things are going to be good for changing your text. Okay, once you're done with that, you can resize it. Top of the screen, you'll see the music button. Always use what's trending. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But also like make sure you listen to what's trending before you go post it. It could be like just like not professional, not professional. So you want to keep it professional, right?
Yeah. Okay.
At the top,
Excellent. So that's how you add music. So that's how you would add music to it while this is playing. And
correct.
this was part one. This was story, but not what'd you call it?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then at the top of the screen, you'll see that smiley face that has like a square on it. Do you see?
Right.
That's where actually you can create a link. So you'll see location, at mention, music, photo, GIF, at yours. You'll see a poll. So like, who's cuter? We'll say Jaden says,
Or that other guy.
or that other, right?
Yeah.
So that could be a poll. But for you
Excellent.
guys, we're gonna go back to that sticker.
Right.
That link, it says get orders poll, and then it says link down kind of towards the bottom.
Didn't see what you're talking about there.
All right, so you see location, follow down your eyes to countdown at the very bottom. I wish I had like a pointer, but a link, you'll see get orders. Link. You guys see that?
Get orders. I mean, like food orders? Huh. Oh, get orders. Okay, get orders, and then you're okay. Yeah, pull,
Link.
link. Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
So
When you-
I think I had a question that you're answering right there, which was you had said, when you create a story, add a sticker and there will be a link inside there. This is exactly what you were talking about, right?
Thank you, Kate. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay.
Yep. So like, there's my link option, so that's where I would add in. Like, let's just pretend this is a home search, okay? Leslie Jackson. KW.com. Customize sticker text. Search. So I'm just gonna type in search, start your search here.
Okay, thank you.
Exclamation point. Sorry, I can't type. There we go. Now. See how that shows up? Start your search here.
Yes.
So when I share this, it's gonna go to my stories, and then I can highlight it as in my highlighted areas, okay? So let's go through this just one more time. I'm gonna go through manage. Let's see,
So at that point, that would have been in stories, and that only lasts a day, correct?
yeah, look,
And then, okay, and then when you get to the next step, go ahead.
we'll say this is all about my family today. Okay, so we're gonna use Jaden. We're gonna this smile. Okay, size it.
And you just grab onto that box with your
That's
with your
right.
mouse and move it where you want it?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna share it. Say done. See how it says add to highlights at the top?
Uh-huh. Ah,
Now it shows me my family, that's in Spanish, coaching, friendships, and Colorado adventures. So when I post this, I'm gonna put it to my family,
okay.
okay?
And so just by doing what you just did there, it's going to be in stories for 24 hours, but then you also tout into highlights. It's there until you delete it or do whatever.
Yep,
Excellent. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, y'all, that's how you get into your stories. Now for you, it's really creating a social presence of the area that you want to do business in, something personal, something fun, right? Link them back to your profile. Get your link tree set up with all the links and all the things that they need to know. Use Canva and also use your listing presentations. There's listing presentations in Canva that you can download and link to your link tree. So lots of things that you can go and do, and then just go follow people. Go check out the people that I mentioned today as a few examples, and then reach out to me if you have any questions. Yay! Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That was a lot of good information.
That was.
Great.
Thank you so much.
thanks for being great students, and it's Leslie Jackson at KW.com if you ever need anything else.
Have a safe weekend.
Cool. Thank you, Leslie. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks,
Have a
Leslie.
July.
Happy 4th of July.
Bye.